When you think of spiritual warfare, what do you think about? What comes to your mind? Maybe the most common option is the war against the spirit and the flesh, battling against temptation of drugs, porn, smoking, whatever. But something the Lord helped me to realize was, well, yes, this is a very real battle against temptation. He widened my perspective of it a little bit. That is not just the battle of temptation that we have to be ready to face every day, but it's just the battle of life in general. The people we may run into that may give us a hard time, the circumstances that might appear in our life, or even the internal conflict that we face against ourselves. Maybe you're stuck in a cycle and you're mad at yourself for allowing yourself to be there for so long. And maybe you're tired. Maybe you feel like you've run out of strength, that you don't have the will to keep moving. So what I want to tell you is, one, God knows how much you're struggling. He knows what you're going through, and He is very much still with you. Through every struggle, through every hard time, God may be silent, but He has never left you and never will forsake you. How do I know that? Because He said it. And honestly, He just showed me a video a few minutes ago, that basically just reminded me when He speaks a word, it will come to pass. So when God says He'll never leave you, that word will come to pass, because He will never leave you. And He is actively working on you. Remember, we are basically on a world that we do not know about. This world is not our home. And in John 15, Jesus says, if the world hates you, it hated me first. Or if the world hates you, it's because you are not of it. If you are of the world will love you because it will receive one of its own. But because you are a child of God, created and meant for so much more, the world hates you and will do its best to give you the hardest time, to put you down and to keep you down. But it's in our weakness that God's strength is made perfect. It is by His strength that we have the power to keep on going, to keep on moving forward. And let me remind you that you are not on this world to fulfill your own personal desires, but you are on this world to serve the Lord, the Most High, to save souls and win them and bring them to Christ, so that when Jesus comes back, we can all rejoice together and look forward to the joy of living in eternity with Him. Because that's what the promise is about, living in eternity with God, being in God's presence. Not just going to heaven and not going to hell and burning for eternity, but being with our Father, whom we should have great love in our hearts for. For the Bible says we should love Him with all our strength, mind, soul. We should have a deep love and reverence for God. And that should be why we want to be in heaven with Him. And to leave you off with one more thing, Paul said that the stuff that we go through in this life isn't even worth comparing to the glory that will be revealed in us. Your struggle is not in vain. And I just pray that you will receive this word that I hope is coming from God today. So, keep moving in faith. Keep laying hold to God's promises. Keep seeking Him. Pray as much as you have to, because praying is simply just involving God, laying it all down to God, and letting Him take the wheel. So, I hope this video helped you and edified you and hopefully gave you hope. And I hope you have the great rest of your day, night, evening, whenever you may be watching this. And until next time, God bless.